Okay, we're gonna put together a quick solo raid guide, especially since the event just got extended by 3 days. So we're gonna show you guys each team, what you're gonna want to expect and what you're gonna want to look for with each boss. So we're gonna get started with the first team. The first team we're gonna be doing is gonna be your standard fire team. It's gonna consist of leader, grave, Modernia, Marhara, and Ray. Okay, this team is going to be your basic fire team. You're going to make sure you have your cubes equipped for each team. And let's get into the run. We're going to go over each game mechanic, what you can expect from this boss. Some different ways to tackle it. You're going to be using one of two teams. You're going to have your standard attack team and then your healer team. If you have a sustain team with enough heal, you don't have to respect all of the mechanics, but if you're going in with a team that doesn't have a designated healer, you're going to want to respect those mechanics. The first one being the projectiles. There's going to be two waves coming at you and they can go to either side, and then you're going to get these green 4x4 projectiles, which you're also going to respect. Okay, this team doesn't so you're also going to want to take down the round eyes as they populate. These round eyes can cause the boss to go to a bigger damage phase that you're going to want to eliminate just by destroying those. Our Modernia did take a little bit more damage than what we'd like to see early on, so we may have to restart this run. But you're going to want to try to minimize as much damage from the projectiles from the boss as you can, as well as sustain damage to the boss throughout the run. You will get these QTEs that will pop up randomly that do cause disrupt for the boss, which does give you a good stun phase. You're going to want to pay attention for those as well. Okay, then it does reshuffle the round eyes, and you're going to want to pay attention to the green projectiles as they populate. Yeah, we're losing a lot of damage on Modernia, which is not something you want to see on your run. Anytime you get something like this, you may have to do a restart. But we're going to keep it going and see if we can finish it out for this one here. And it looks like we made it into the QTE phase. This is going to be the midpoint for the boss. It does give you a fair warning that it is coming, which I do appreciate. Sometimes it does just populate, and you got to deal with it. So you're going to hit all of those as quickly as possible, and then you're going to go into the second phase. Okay, during this phase you're going to get some evil eyes that are going to populate, and you're going to want to take all four of those down pretty quickly. Also going to want to respect those green projectiles as they do populate, and they can cause problems for you.
Let's go full power. Let's finish this.
And here it goes. We got our round eyes here. And I want to try to take those down. And oftentimes I notice that I do lose a character whenever that happens. If you guys have a tip or a trick to get around that happening, do let me know. But we're just going to go ahead and let this run play out. Because our damage we're looking for is around 25 to 26, 2.6 billion. We're looking for somewhere around there. If we can get close to that, we'll consider it a good run. And this is our first run since the reset. They've reset everyone's score, so if you're not aware, your score has been reset and you will have to go back in. There is some pretty cool in-game rewards which you're going to want to collect. I think it's like 3,000 gems and some other stuff that you can use. It's not too bad. We got 2.6 billion on that run, which is not too bad. We did lose Modernia in the process, and we are working on how to keep her alive for the duration of the run. Once we can figure that out, I think we'll be a lot better shape as far as that run is concerned. But those are going to be the basic mechanics you're going to want to look out for. Okay. Next, we're going to go into your shotgun team. Your shotgun teams, you're going to want to use Tove as your main shotgun booster. This one here is a flex. You can use Leon, or you can also use what I like to use, which is Naga. Because she does provide the heal. Turns it into a lot safer run And then you're going to want to use your two best shotgun damage dealers. For me, one is going to be Dorothy, and then the other one is going to be Drake. What I like about Drake is he is on element, which is something you're definitely going to need. And not only is he on element, but he also provides a lot of boost to shotgun teams. And then this third slot is a flex slot. You can put the bunny here. You can also put any boosters that you might have for damage, like Noir would work here. You also do have one or two others that could work there as well. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and load that up. So that's pretty much what you're gonna want to have. This is pretty much your standard shotgun team, and we're gonna go ahead and get into the run. Now, the shotgun team does have to respect a lot of the mechanics, but it does make it easy because it does provide a lot of constant damage to the boss in order for you to do so. You're going to want to take down at least one of those there from the 4x4, and then you're going to try to take down the round eyes as quickly as possible.
I want to preserve beautiful memories or my life is ticking.
You will get a stun from the boss once you do that. It does give you a little time to heal back up for the next phase. This time you don't necessarily have to do too much damage to the round eyes because there's going to be a QTE that's actually going to take priority.
I absolutely detest becoming unclean.
Make sure you take down those QTEs pretty quickly so that way you can start the next phase.
I want to preserve beautiful memories of my campus life.
That one there does require red damage, but we were in full burst, so we were able to take that one down. And then you're just going to want to sustain damage to the boss. Now this is our warning that we are reaching the midpoint. We are going to go into the second wave of this boss. And here you're going to want to take down the evil eyes as soon as they spawn and try to minimize any damage from projectiles that are coming your way. Here you have the 4x4s. You're going to want to take down as many of those as you can. And this one is an on element, so you will need red to burst that shield. And here goes the second phase of those round eyes. You're going to want to take those down as quickly as you can. And you will know because you will get the boss to stun once you've taken them down successfully. That does prevent a lot of damage that could come your way. Take those out as quickly as you can. And this will be our last burst before we complete this boss phase. And not too bad on the damage. 1.8 billion is definitely something I like to see. 1.9. Not too bad there. Alright, pretty good damage. You can see Dorothy was the primary damage dealer there, followed by Drake, followed by Twinkle Bunny, Sparkling Bunny. Alright, now we're going to go into the Cinderella team. For my Cinderella team, I use a lot of flex units. You're going to want to have Cinderella and Rouge at your core. 2B can also be swapped out for Asuka. As you can see, both my Asuka and my 2B aren't really leveled very much. And this one here is a flex slot. You can use Blanche, or you can also use the popular pick that a lot of people will use, which is going to be Mari. I don't like Mari in this slot because she doesn't provide a lot of heal. She does provide a lot of damage boosting factors, but she doesn't provide any heal. And then for the fifth slot, you're going to want to put in Annis. She does boost the damage for Cinderella. She can be swapped out for a few other characters like Maiden Ice Rose if you have her heavily invested. That is something you can choose to swap in. There are a few other characters. You can also swap in Red Hood. I've seen some people do runs with Red Hood. You do have some different options there as far as who you can run as a flex character in that last slot. You can even run Atsuka and Tubi. You could put Atsuka in the flex slot because she does boost fire damage. Those are just going to be some of the options that you have for this team. You're going to want to make sure that you have cubes on every single character. And we'll get started with the run. Now for this team, it doesn't provide enough damage, so you will have to do things a little differently. This is one is more reliant on the heals in order to stay alive, unless you have a stronger 2B that can actually take down those evil eyes. So you are going to want to try to take down as many of the projectiles that you can, because as you can see, this team does not have enough damage to take down the round eyes. Even if you're the most accurate player in the game, you're probably still not going to do enough damage here unless your red units are heavily invested. So you will go boss, but not to worry, we do have enough heal on this team to be able to pretty much tank that damage. So we're just going to take the damage, and we're going to go into the next phase. Here you're going to want to try to take down as many of the projectiles as you can, still maintaining damage to the boss, and then you're going to go right back into doing damage to the boss. Take down as many of these as you can, and then go right back doing the damage to your boss.
Start over.
Take down that QTE shield pretty quickly. And we're reaching about the midpoint of this boss, so we should be shortly going into the QTE phase. And I gotta say, I do like the animations on this boss. It's pretty well done. And there we go, right into the QTE. And I'm gonna shoot those down, and we go into the second half of this boss.
Lady Luck is going well on our side.
Start over.
Take down that QTE shield as quickly as possible, and go right back into damage. Alright, here you're going to try to take out the round eyes. These round eyes don't have as much HP as the previous ones, so it is a little bit more manageable to take these down. We can get our burst off in time here. And there we go. That saves you a ton of damage from the boss. Now, these are a little bit more tankier. They don't go down as easily. But there's going to be a QTE phase that's actually going to primarily take over.
Reorganize.
And that's just about going to do it for this boss.
Enemy dispatched.
For this team. And you can see Cinderella's the primary damage dealer, followed by 2B, and then followed by Annie's Sparkling Summer. Right, now now we're going to go into the Scarlet Black Shadow team. She's going to be the core damage dealer. You're going to want to have anchor and mask. This first slot is a flex slot because you can put volume here, or you can also put Miranda here, or you can also put D Killer Wife. So you do have a few choices for your burst 1 here. I am going to go with volume because my volume's pretty much invested a little bit more than my D Killer Wife and my Miranda. So we're going to get more damage with this particular team. You want to make sure you switch over your cubes. And we're going to go right into the battle. Now this team is a little bit different because you're not on element. You do have a lot of burst damage coming from Alice, but it's not going to be as easy as if you had another big burst 3 red damage dealer. This team does have a ton of heal in it, so you won't have to worry about damage too much. And you're not necessarily going to be able to do enough damage to take down the round eyes unless you swap position for your Alice with your Scarlet Black Shadow. But we do have more than enough heal to sustain this damage from the boss, so it should be fine. Then we're going to go right back into doing damage to the boss.
Would you like to try our signature menu? Give me a few minutes and I'll be right back into it. Like this. Like this. Have a taste of adventure, and thou art sweet through. Give me a few minutes and I'll be right back into it. Would you like to try our signature menu?
Watch out for the projectiles. Take out the on-element QTE. Then you're going to go right back into damaging the boss. Now we're right at the midpoint. We're going to go into the second wave. After we have our big QTE for the boss. I'm going to try to take out those 4x4s that always spawn. Take out the unelement QTE. And then go back into doing major damage to the boss. Alright, now we have our round eyes popping up. So we're going to try to take these out within a minimum of 2 bursts. And we get our boss done. And we go back to focusing on damage.
Have a taste of adventure. Give me a few minutes and I'll be right back into it.
Stun the boss again.
Give me a few minutes and I'll be right back into it. Would you like to try our signature menu time together?
And there you have it.
So, this is how powerful maids can be.
That's going to be your Dorothy team there. I mean, your Scarlet Black Shadow Alice team there. And now we got our best in slot. This team right here does a lot of damage. And with this particular team, you don't have to follow a lot of the in-game mechanics. You don't have to respect a lot of the boss's moves. You can pretty much sustain a lot of damage and do a lot of damage at the same time because of how this team is set up. It does match up perfectly with a lot of the mechanics that you would expect from the boss. And we're just going to get right into this team. This team typically avoids all of the pitfalls that most of the other teams fall into, because Rappy does so much damage here, and her game mechanics are matching up perfectly with the boss. So one of the first things you'll notice is right out the gate is you got projectiles coming at you, and her burst can take those down. She also does take down a lot of the 4x4s, and she's able to quickly shoot down the red eyes and round eyes as they pop up, and we get a nice stun. And on this second wave, you don't have to do too much. You'll notice she's actually hitting all 4 round eyes just with hitting the center of the boss.
Under the light of the kingdom.
You're gonna want to take down those 2 QTEs, and then you're just gonna.
Under the light of the kingdom.
And you'll notice she took out all the round eyes with very minimal effort as far as aiming is concerned, because she does have the explosive damage.
Under the light of the kingdom.
You know, want to take down that QTE. And Rappy is the only fire element currently in this team, but you can see right now she's pretty much turning this into a cakewalk. And we're going into our primary QTE. Took that down pretty easily, and we go right back into bursting on the boss.
Under the light of the kingdom.
Gonna want to take down that elemental QTE as quickly as possible, and go right back into damaging the boss. I gotta say, out of all the teams, this one is the most fun to play, because it pretty much destroys this boss. We're passing 3 billion damage right there.
How heavy your burden has been. Under the light of the kingdom. Fire!
Take down that last little round eye.
Under the light of the kingdom. Everyone follow me. Under the light of the kingdom. Everyone follow me and attack.
And there you have it.
With this, we're one step closer
That is
to
a
our
successful run. 4.2 billion damage, almost 4.3. And Rappy Red Hood is the star of this show. So this is what you can expect with the boss. If you have any questions or concerns, notate that down in the comments. I'll try to get back to you guys. We were able to pass 11.8 billion on the boss as our high score. We are going to try again to get over the 12 billion threshold. That is our goal for this particular one. But hopefully that can help you guys out with your runs. Hopefully it did explain a lot of the mechanics. If you have questions on characters that can work in different teams, different substitutions, different alternatives, different investments needed, minimum thresholds and stuff like that, just notate that down in the comments. I look forward to helping you guys out. If you noticed anything about my runs that could be improved, notate that as well. Right now this is our current damage, and this is what we're currently looking at. We were able to get into the top 1%, and that's going to be it for this one here. Hopefully this video helps you guys out.